going on, guys? This is Shadow from SG TCG, bringing you guys some more locals content. This week I took Black Yellow Luffy to TGS shop in Tinley Park, up against a purple Kaido from starter deck 4. So I haven't seen this matchup in a while, so not sure what was new into the deck, but we ended up opening up with 2 Garps, so perfect way to start. So we're able to search twice for some of the pieces we need. So actually I draw into the second Garp. So 2 Don, I'm gonna tap 1 to search, and then search top 5. I end up grabbing a Luffy. Yep, so 5 cost Luffy, so I have some targets for when I start going at 0 life. And then I'm gonna tap the other one and search again with the other Garp. And I believe I end up grabbing a Sabo so we could protect the Luffy on like a Kaido turn, since that 5 cost Luffy is very essential in this matchup, being able to trash your top life and draw a card with that effect. It's in case your opponents try to stall you out, you're able to get yourself down in life if you don't have Flampes or Makinos, or even Hioris to kind of set up a big brother to little brother play. So I passed to him. He ended up attaching all 3 Don and swinging for 8. I took it because I want to get myself down. So for 4 Don, I end up just swinging for 5 with Garp. So start poking him, seeing if he's gonna take his life. So attach. Oh no, I swing first to the leader. Nope. See, here we go. Attaching 3 to Garp, swinging for 5. He ends up taking it. So we get first hit in. Then we're gonna go 5 with leader. Counters out of this one. Yep. Then we're gonna Makino, grab our top life. We get a Hiyori, and then we get a reorganize. In life, we get a Flampe and another Luffy. So it's honestly perfect for the Flampe that we have in hand, because we can Flampe, grab the Flampe on top, and draw a card. So we're not really losing a 2K playing her out, which is a big W. But all we gotta do is hope that he doesn't swing at life, which he doesn't. He's gonna play Onigashima, start ramping, purple Kaido stuff, and then he's gonna swing at Garp to get rid of the field because he doesn't want to swing at me. Which is fair, you don't want to swing at Black Yellow Luffy too much. So I let it go, don't need the Garp. So passes the turn with 1 Don up. So most likely has a Blast Breath in hand. So here we go. I'm not fully there yet. I'm only at 6 Don, but I'm playing a little risky right here. I have a lot of counter in hand, so I felt kind of secure. So I end up doing the play Flampe. I'm going to take the top life and draw a card. So I'm getting 2 cards for the price of 1. Usually it's a bad move to do since you're losing a 2K, but like how we stacked life, there's a Flampe in life, so I'm still getting a 2K back. And drawn into a rush ace. Then I'm playing the little Luffy to buff leader up to 7, and I get that 5 cost trash life draw card Luffy onto the field. So now we're setting ourselves up for some big swings coming up. Yep, so here we go. Pop them down, buff our leader, and I still got 3 Don left. So I end up swinging for 8 because I plan on playing a baby out this turn to set up for next turn. I was gonna stack Sabo into life and then do Sabo ability, but you're gonna see in a second it didn't work out that way for me. Still contemplating what I exactly want to do. But here we go. Now we got movement. The 8K swing at life takes it, and then play out the baby Sabo. Probably should not have done it, but I was not expecting the turn he was gonna do. So in my eyes, I thought this was the play. Setting up. Oh, he actually was able to search. That's what it was. So now I passed the turn over to him. Again, I put myself in a very vulnerable position right here because he could have attached all Dawn and swung out. But again, I felt comfortable. I had, you know, two 2Ks and a bunch of 1Ks, risking it all. But you know, he ends up attempting to swing at leader for 6, forgetting that I was a 7. He took it back, and he ends up just playing a bigger body. Oh yeah, he also ramps with the island. Here's the attempt of the swing. Realizes I'm at a 7. Decides to just take back the swing, save the Dawn for something else. Ends up playing 7 to play king. Pops the Sabo and the Flampe. And this is a feel bad moment because again I was setting up Sabo for the next turn. And this is one of those cards that just not used to seeing because no one plays that. Super rare from OP1. Everyone used to think it was trash, but in this instance it's amazing. So he passes the turn. I'm finally at 8 Dawn. I'm gonna use my leader ability. Actually, I don't think I do. I play the Sabo out to start protecting that Luffy, and I play the Sabo. Yeah, there you go. I play the Sabo, cycle hand. I'm gonna chuck the ace because again, I want more counter. So here we go. Sabo, draw 2. Everything gets immunity on the board. Draw into another ace and Flampe. I chuck the 2 aces. Again, we want to keep the counter, and we're setting up our trash for the 5 cost bodies. Then I choose to do the Luffy ability, bump him up to 8 cost so I can swing at him for 8. Attach 2. I do the ability, I chuck the space Luffy. Yep, so again, we're filling up the trash in case he swings big. I bottom deck him, I have more stuff. So I put the 2 aces at top since there's no counter, and if one of them survives, I can set up a rush ace play next turn with the leader buff. Since I will be at 7. So here's the 8K swing. So swung for 8. He ends up countering out of the swing. And I swung 8 again with the Luffy. And at this moment, I was looking over at the other game and seeing what was going on since they were going crazy. Red Yellow Sabo versus Lucci. But I forget that he took the life. And he swings and I ask him if he took it or not. So he ramps with Onigashima Island. Create ramp card if you see it. Sucks that it's not triggerable and not searchable out of this purple Kaido deck. If only they had like a who's who for purple, it'd be so much better. But he swings 5 at leader since I don't have the buff. This is where I asked him if he took the life because I realized I wasn't paying attention. So counter it out, dropping those 5 costs. And right here he swung 7 at life. I contemplated chucking counter, but I don't need both rush aces. I only need one of them, so I was okay with letting one go. Worst case is if he didn't swing at leader and swung big at that Luffy, I would have just trashed it with the Luffy ability to draw a card and kind of give myself more options. But I let it go to the bottom, didn't want to counter to save it. And he drops the 9-drop Kaido, does not use the on play since I had the Sabo immunity. It'd be a waste to even do it. So he passes over, draw into a Kuzan. Don't really need the Kuzan at this point of the game, so I'm gonna tap 2 and play that baby ace I got in hand, so I have an extra swing this turn. And we want to make sure we play him out prior to doing the Luffy abilities, so we don't want to trash the ace from life. So, which probably honestly would not have been a bad idea to trash it and stack it back, but we're trying to go as aggro as possible at this moment. I think I hard play that other Sabo as well. So here I choose to buff the Luffy up so I can swing 8. So I plan on hitting for 7, 8, 9 since the Luffy leader is buffed. So here we go. We hard play the Sabo so we can cycle some of those cards out of hand that don't have counter. And again, give myself immunity in case he plays another Rush Kaido, since a 9-drop, Don -5, pops a 5 cost. So we're just prepping for that turn. On play, draw 2 and gives me immune. For the whole board, I dropped the Kuzan and Thunderbolt because again, not needed at this point of the game. I'm pretty much set up to go for lethal. But I keep the Three Brothers Bond to search for top 5. At this point, another counter, but I end up keeping Sabo in case I need a pull Sabo from life, or if I see Gecko and, you know, get myself up to an 11k swing. So, swinging 7 with the ace. He ends up taking this hit. Took it, so then I swing 8 with the Luffy. Here he drops 4 cards. I believe it was 4 cards to get out of it, but he dropped a lot of counter to get out of this hit. Yep, 4 cards, 3 queens and a Reiju. Down to 3 cards in hand, so I decided to swing 9 at the king to get that extra swing off the board. If I didn't get rid of the king, he could play the 9-drop and have 4 swings. But even though leader swing wouldn't go through, he could still swing with the Kaido or the king. So I chose to do leader ability. I almost passed the turn prior, but I end up stuffing the 2 Luffys in the life just to get ready. Even if I didn't do this, I still would have been able to survive. If he plays the 9-drop, I have 2 Sabos that can block both hits since they're both immune, and still go for lethal the next turn. But I put the 2 up in life. He's got the 10k Kaido swing, and he chooses to swing at my Luffy that's buffed up to 8 since it's been doing a lot of damage to him and keeping my life going. So I block with the Sabo to get it in the trash. I honestly could have countered, but we'll just get him in the trash for setup. And right here, he drops the other 9. Don minuses. Can't pop anything because, again, I hard played the Sabo the turn prior. And he swings 10 again. He should have swung... Well, he could have swung 11, but again, I had to counter out. So regardless of what he swung, the Luffy was going to stick. He passes the turnover with 1 Don left. And here we go. This is where we try to go for our end game right here. I have basically 5 swings, but I do the Luffy ability, trash to life, draw a card, but it's mainly just to get him up to 8k. And I believe I just poke for 8 because, again, he only has 3 cards in hand. He takes the life. Once he takes it, I stack all 10 Don on the ace and just swing for 17 for game. If you guys like the content, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and a comment down below what you guys think of the game. Catch you guys on the next one.